How's it going, everybody? I am Riley, co-host of Track Tuah. This is my co-host,
Big T.
Big T, and today we'll be discussing music. Kind of what's been going on, who's up, who's down right now, and just talking about it.
Are you tapped in?
Are you tapped in? Let's get straight into it. Ty, what song takes you back to a moment in your life?
Shoot. For thinking moment of my life, I'm taking Nothing Like You by Netspan.
Good pick, good pick.
And I know Netspan, he's just a kid. He's still new, whatever. But, it kind of brings me back to, like, the beginning of our whole show. You know what I mean? That's when we started. That song was, kind of the soundtrack going around at the time, right?
For sure. It's kind of what built us up.
Right?
Almost, right?
It's like, it just takes me back to that time. I miss it. I really do miss it. We're up now, though. So
We are up now.
what about you? What are you thinking?
Ooh, me. I think I'd have to say Heart Part 5, Kendrick Lamar. Everyone knows when Kendrick drops the Heart song, it means an album is in the works or it's coming out. I remember I just got off of a shift. I was working in produce at Fortino's, and he was gone for like 5 years, and then he dropped complete surprise. I was so happy coming out of that shift. Parked on a little bench with my little AirPods, and I was bumping it. It was just a very happy time for me.
I remember that.
Very happy.
Took the world by storm.
Took the world by storm.
I remember that.
For sure. Let's dive into what the people think, what their favorite songs are, and what takes them back.
Sexy Back by Justin Timberlake. Why? Because year 2013, okay, I'm in a car with my dad, and the song plays on the radio. I am belting that shit.
Can't Hold Us by Macklemore, because I remember singing it on the bus.
Call Back by Nothing Nowhere. I think it just takes me back to high school, driving through the country roads with friends.
Someone Only We Know or Somewhere Only We Know. Honestly, it takes me back to when I was a kid and going to like playgrounds and stuff with my sister. My sister's like the closest person to me.
Titanium by David Guetta. I think that song has really deep meanings behind it, especially as a 7-year-old in grade 2 that listened to that song. I think it really hit a certain spot as a new child coming into the country.
Wow, those are some pretty solid responses. What do you think, Ty?
Honestly, like, I really like to see how, everyone, they have their own moments. You know what I mean? Like, even if, like, you don't like a song per se, it can still, like, mean something to someone else. You know what I mean?
For sure, right? Everyone's different. Everyone has different points in their life, experiences, things that take them back. So it's kind of interesting to see what everyone has to say about that.
Definitely. And honestly, we're talking about it. These are some great songs.
Some hits. Some
hits.
Classics in there, for sure.
If we're taking number one, what's your greatest song all time? That's my
greatest
question.
Song all time. Ooh. This is, generic pick, basic pick. Gotta say Bohemian Rhapsody.
Classic.
I feel like that's like, the best one you can do. 6 minute, almost 6 minute song, right? But I feel like if you go to any bar, any party, everyone's singing it word for word. Everybody knows the lyrics word for word. I think that type of influence and just the way they merged, rock, opera, ballad.
Everything.
No one had really done that before.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of came into their own, I think. It's it's
Changed
influential
the game.
to this day. Changed the game for sure.
Literally.
Yeah.
Even, current songs, you can hear it. Like,
hear the
all
influence.
these beat switches in the rap songs, all these, like, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That would have never happened if it wasn't.
Never
for it.
happened. And what about you, man? What's your greatest song of all time?
It's gonna be a hot take. It's a new song, 2025.
Oh,
but
new song.
Easter Pink by Fake Mink.
Okay.
Now, listen, you gotta hear me out here.
I'm hearing you out.
I've never heard a song that can grasp the nostalgia of a song released in 2025.
Okay.
That song feels like something that was released like 20 years ago and is a classic, but it was just released. Like, the whole vibe, like, there's just an emotion behind it. It's like, dang, this song is iconic. And it hasn't even been out for, 6 months? I'm telling you, like, Fake Mink is the future. And that song is a testimony to what he does.
I think that's a big aspect to the whole, like, nostalgia aspect of it. Like, songs that take you back. And it's interesting that this one will take you back. Maybe we'll see, 5-10 years time how this song will stand up and if it will be one of the greats. That kind of brings me to the next discussion I want to talk to you about. You were talking a little bit about influence and the Fake Mix influence. If you had to pick 3 artists that you think are kind of like the future of music, who are going to be leading the new wave influencing others and who are gonna kind of make the scene. Who would you say is like your big three right now?
I have to start off with Fake Mink.
Fake
even
Mink, okay,
just coming off the
okay.
song,
Yeah.
like, I think that Fake Mink's sound is so unique, and I've never heard, like, again, someone is literally replicating almost an old sound but making it modern. It's like all these like kind of pop, like 2010s pop songs, but like with these like current like rap lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I've never seen someone balance, two genres like that, and it's like something that's so important right now and something that was so important back then, just getting fused into like, damn, it's like crossing generations,
it is,
right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, and his discography, insane, changing the game. 90% of artists I hear now, it's all Fake Mink clones.
Really?
To be honest.
See, I can't say I've tapped in and really dove into his music enough to know, but maybe I will after this discussion. You seem pretty passionate about him.
I am.
Pretty passionate. So maybe we'll have to tap into that. Yeah.
Who do you got?
Number one, I'd have to say McGee. I think McGee is absolutely killing it right now. Even just his live performances all around. But he's kind of made his own sound, like you were saying with Fake Mink. I think a big part of it now of influence is people who are still today coming out with sounds that are unique to them, because you don't see that as often. You see a lot of clones today. I think McGee is, like I said, killing it. As soon as you hear that guitar tone, you know what's coming, and he's even got the attention of like these massive artists like Justin Bieber, which I think is crazy this early in his career. I just want to see where he goes, honestly. Yeah. So that's probably my number one pick. Who's your number two? Would you say?
Number two, I'm taking The Help.
The Help. I haven't heard of them. Is that a person or is
it's
it
a two-person band?
Two-person band. Okay.
Very electronic music, right? But think like positive, happy. Like they had an album, LL, insane, like that. Like I've never heard a song that makes me feel so hopeful. It sounds like a song that, plays in a movie when things are starting to get better for the main character. You know what I mean?
Interesting. So what genre are they? Would you say?
I guess you could call it like it's electronic music.
Electronic.
But it's also, it's not just that. Like you can't even limit them to like one genre, because they do everything. They have 2 singles that just released that are going to be a part of an album that's so like the opposite of electronic. They've been doing electronic music for this long, but now they're almost like doing this like acoustic album, and it sounds great. It's literally the exact same vibe. It's just not as like robotic. It's crazy. They're just something about it,
I got to tap into them too. I feel like you're pulling these crazy pulls at here, these underground artists. Yeah.
What about you, number two?
Number two, I'm gonna have to go with McGee's counterpart, Dijon. I have to do it once again. He's absolutely killing it. He just made I think a few collabs with Justin Bieber as well. Same thing. He has his own sound. It's kind of like this reminiscent of like 70s, 80s, like kind of like the Prince sound, but he's made it his own, and I think that's so cool. How we're taking these old things and we're transforming them into something new, and just his sample ability too. Like I haven't heard anything like the stuff he's been putting out, and so I gotta put him in the conversation personally. Who's your third pick?
Third pick? I'm taking Jane Remover.
Jane Remover, that's crazy. My third pick, Jane Remover.
Wow. Okay.
Can't even make this up, guys. Can't even make this up.
Okay.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
I just think when we talk about, changing the game, changing sounds, like making stuff that's like authentic to yourself, no one is doing it like Jane Remover.
No one's doing it like Jane Remover.
It's so authentic. Like I've never heard, because you hear these people, it's like, oh, you can hear the influences. I hear, even in Fake Mink, I hear influenced by these old beats or by these classic people, but like Jane Remover is its own thing, and it always will be its own thing.
Yeah, I have to agree. And it's like it's chaos, but it's controlled chaos. And I think that's the cool element about it. You guys haven't listened to Jane Remover? Listen to Jane Remover. Tap in. Yeah, I think that's all we got for today. Maybe we'll wrap it up. Next week we'll be talking about Ty's new album. We'll be promoting it, maybe doing a little listening party.
I don't know.
We'll see how it goes. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week on the next episode of Track Tuah. That's all for today, folks. Take care.